Beloved soul, Archangel Michael steps forward now with a message of divine urgency and calling, asking you to prepare your heart and spirit because a miracle is already in motion and will begin to unfold within moments of receiving this message. You are chosen by sacred forces, not by chance but by divine selection, for this exact season and time in your life. This is not merely coincidence, nor is it imagination, but a profound calling that touches the deepest part of your soul, affirming that heaven has aligned with your destiny. When miracles begin to manifest, there are always spiritual signs that reveal themselves in your everyday environment, subtle yet powerful signals reminding you of the presence of divine intervention. The warmth that suddenly fills your body, the breath-catching moment that overtakes you, or the goosebumps that rise upon your skin are not random sensations, but clear confirmations that Archangel Michael and the heavenly hosts are near, preparing the unfolding of a sacred event. Even the smallest changes, such as the flicker of a light, a sudden breeze, or a ringing in your ears, are ways the spiritual realm whispers, alerting you to be attentive. These signals are gifts meant to assure you that you are not alone, that you are being guided with precision and care, and that every step is being prepared with divine wisdom. In this message, you are also reminded of secret blessings and spiritual gifts that have long been kept hidden within you. These gifts are sacred treasures entrusted to your soul from before your birth, not meant to be boasted about or used for ego, but to be cherished as silent instruments of healing, protection, and guidance. Angels have been waiting for the right moment to unlock these blessings, and now they are being revealed because your soul has reached a stage where it can carry them with humility and responsibility. Alongside these revelations, Archangel Michael speaks of the breaking of invisible barriers. Every unseen wall that has stood in your way, every hidden block that hindered your progress, and every chain that silently held you back are being dismantled piece by piece through divine power. What seemed impossible to overcome is now dissolving because light is stronger than darkness, and divine truth is stronger than human limitation. Those who once walked away or turned against you may now be drawn back into alignment, not through force, but by the orchestration of heaven's perfect plan. These shifts are not accidents, they are divine movements unfolding for your benefit. The prayers and spiritual investments of your ancestors also play a significant role in this moment. Many generations before you prayed for healing, safety, and breakthroughs, and those prayers have not been forgotten. They echo across time, preserved in the eternal memory of the heavens, and now they are rising again to bring healing into your lineage. The doors that were once sealed shut in your bloodline are beginning to open, and the opportunities denied to those before you are now available for you to step through. Your family's spiritual inheritance is awakening, not only for your blessing but for the healing of those who came before and those who will come after. Archangel Michael reminds you that spiritual alignment is becoming physical in ways that can no longer be ignored. The synchronicities, the unexpected messages, the knocks on your door, and the confirmations appearing through people or circumstances are not random. They are evidence that the spiritual breakthrough you have been praying for is manifesting into tangible reality. Your faith, persistence, and openness are finally converging with heaven's timing. Along with these blessings comes divine protection and the removal of obstacles. Negative influences, both seen and unseen, are being surgically cut away from your path, ensuring that you are not hindered in your progression. Do not cling to relationships, situations, or attachments that distance you from light, for those who no longer serve your highest purpose will be gently removed by divine intervention. It is not punishment but a pruning process that clears your way for new life and new opportunities. Restoration and the return of lost dreams is another vital message in this unfolding miracle. A long-forgotten vision, an abandoned hope, or a dream you once buried is being resurrected. You may soon receive a letter, a message, or even a chance encounter that confirms this restoration. Tears may come, but they will not be tears of sorrow. They will be tears of recognition, healing, and joy as the lost parts of your soul are brought back into wholeness. At the same time, you are being cloaked in spiritual armor, a shield of invisible yet powerful protection that allows you to walk without fear. At night, when your body rests, your spirit is not weak but recharged, aligned, and strengthened by angelic presence, ensuring you remain guarded. Your sensitivity is also increasing as your spiritual awareness sharpens. Animals, nature, and even the flow of time respond differently to your renewed aura. Songs, scents, or unexpected signs may cross your path as confirmations, blueprints, and divine encouragements, guiding you with precision. As you continue forward, the impact of your healing extends beyond yourself, breaking generational curses and releasing blessings for those who come after you. Your obedience and transformation do not end with you. They ripple outward, protecting and strengthening your lineage. In this way, you are both a receiver and a transmitter of divine power. With this awakening comes new spiritual authority and influence. Your words carry weight now, not because of force but because of spiritual resonance. When you speak truth, it will pierce through illusions, carrying clarity and strength. You are favored, chosen, and uplifted, becoming a vessel for ancestral hopes and prayers to manifest. Emotional healing and release accompany this authority, as deep wounds rise not to weaken you but to be healed. The tears, the silence, and the stillness are not empty. They are sacred spaces where the miracle completes its work. Miracles are rarely late, nor are they rushed. They are always timed perfectly for your readiness. When moments of déjà vu appear, recognize them as signals of prophecy unfolding, confirmations that your soul is aligned with divine timing. This is not coincidence, but fulfillment, reminding you that heaven's clock is always precise. As your journey deepens, Archangel Michael speaks of the importance of boundaries and elevated energy, for in this season your soul radiates with new levels of divine voltage that naturally shift the relationships around you. Old patterns, attachments, and connections that once held space in your life but are no longer aligned with your higher calling will begin to fade, and though their departure may feel strange, it is a sign of protection and progression. Your energy now attracts allies who recognize your truth, yet it also challenges and exposes the shadows that resist transformation, for light always stirs reactions in darkness. Stand firm in knowing that this is not rejection but refinement, a sacred separation that makes room for the greater alliances waiting ahead. Indeed, new people will enter your path, individuals who bring calm, recognition, and companionship, who see you as you truly are without demanding that you shrink, disguise, or suppress your spirit. This is a reward phase where the battles of the past begin to give way to new partnerships that support your next chapter. You are stepping out of survival mode into alignment mode, moving from constant struggle into a season where the right relationships nurture your growth rather than drain it. As your support strengthens, your spiritual calibration and upgrade also accelerate. Your sleep begins to deepen, your rest grows sweeter, and your mind becomes clearer as your vessel is sharpened and strengthened for greater spiritual capacity. Time itself shifts to work in your favor, allowing progress that once took years to now unfold in months or even weeks, a supernatural acceleration that aligns with heaven's purposes. Among these upgrades, divine signals appear in repeating numbers, clocks, or sequences that confirm your alignment. When you see these signs, know that they are not random coincidences, but reminders that the heavenly realm is tracking your journey and marking your progress. These signals are divine breadcrumbs, showing you that you are on the correct path, even when logic or circumstance may try to make you doubt. The journey continues toward final activation and continued growth, where the last remnants of the old cycle are released completely. Water may appear in your dreams or life as a cleansing element, signifying purification and rebirth, washing away what no longer belongs and renewing what is eternal. This is the completion phase of the miracle, where stillness becomes necessary so that the fullness of transformation may take root. It is in silence, in pauses, and in waiting that the seeds of new life sprout and grow into lasting realities. During this sacred time, you are asked to embrace the role of sacred stewardship of the miracle. What has been entrusted to you is not for display or shallow boasting, but to be guarded like a precious jewel, treasured in silence and shared only with wisdom and discernment. Miracles, like gold, shine brightest when handled with reverence, and you are asked to keep the sacred moment between yourself, your angels, and the divine timeline. This stewardship ensures that what you have received is not lost to distraction, pride, or misuse but continues to expand in quiet power. Archangel Michael then turns to encouragement for faithful endurance, reminding you that peace and quiet victory are reflections of your inner transformation. Even when progress feels delayed, or when waiting seems endless, you are being assured that such waiting is not wasted time but preparation for the fullness of what is to come. You are living evidence that patience is never in vain, and that endurance carves the strength necessary to carry greater blessings. In this endurance, you are reminded of the importance of mindful reception and use of blessings. Write down your dreams, your inspirations, and your impressions, for these are not random thoughts but guided revelations intended to lead you toward breakthroughs. When you record them, you create pathways for divine insight to anchor in your reality. Learn to discern between fleeting distractions and true lessons, recognizing that blessings often carry hidden teachings meant to connect you deeper with your purpose. Every gift carries a responsibility, and mindfulness ensures that the gift multiplies rather than fades. Finally, Archangel Michael extends an invitation to participate, asking that you not only hear these words but actively open your heart to receive them. Whether through prayer, silent reflection, or spoken affirmation, your response signals to heaven your readiness to align with this miracle message. By simply saying Amen in your spirit, by acknowledging I feel it coming, or by declaring with faith, you position yourself as a willing vessel for the blessings to manifest. Though support communities or external encouragements may be offered, participation is not limited to them. It begins within your soul's agreement. This invitation is a reminder that you are not a passive receiver but an active co-creator of the divine unfolding. Archangel Michael assures you that every step has been guided, every delay has been purposeful, and every wound has been transformed into wisdom. This moment marks not an ending but a beginning, the opening of a doorway into a life where miracles flow not as occasional interruptions but as natural expressions of divine partnership. Remember, you are chosen, shielded, and strengthened for such a time as this, and the alignment of heaven is now visibly manifesting in your reality. Hold your faith steady, embrace your sacred gifts, and walk forward knowing that the miracle you have long awaited is no longer distant. It is here, unfolding, and it is yours. Archangel Michael continues his sacred message by assuring you that the unfolding miracle is not only for your personal transformation but for the elevation of your entire life's path and the legacy that follows. Every action you take now under divine guidance ripples outward like waves in water, touching future generations, blessing them with opportunities, healing, and freedoms that perhaps your ancestors could only dream of. You are the bridge between prayers once uttered in silence and the manifestations that now emerge in reality, carrying the responsibility to walk in integrity and humility. This is why the importance of divine alignment is emphasized again and again, for when you are aligned with Spirit, you become a vessel through which blessings flow freely without distortion. The miracles you are about to witness are not by human striving, but by divine orchestration, and that is why they carry a weight and permanence that worldly successes cannot provide. Archangel Michael urges you to recognize the difference between temporary gains and eternal blessings, for what comes from heaven cannot be stolen, broken, or diminished. As you receive these gifts, you will notice your spiritual armor becoming even more tangible. Though it is unseen by the natural eye, it is felt deeply within your soul. A cloak of invincibility that strengthens your resolve and shields you from unnecessary harm. Even in moments of opposition, you will find a peace that surpasses understanding, a calm assurance that no weapon formed against you can prosper because you are fortified by divine covering. Night after night, as you sleep, angelic hosts work around you, realigning energies, cleansing your aura, and strengthening your spirit so that when you wake, you feel refreshed not only physically but spiritually, prepared for the tasks before you. This heightened sensitivity will manifest in your connection with nature, animals, and even subtle shifts in the atmosphere. You may sense songs, fragrances, or sudden insights that feel like whispers from another realm, for indeed they are. They are confirmations, divine blueprints guiding you toward choices that align with your highest destiny. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. Instead, honor them as guidance, writing them down or meditating upon them until their meaning becomes clear. These experiences are evidence that your spiritual senses are sharpening as your vessel continues to upgrade. Alongside this, your influence in the spiritual realm expands. Your words are no longer empty or powerless, but they carry force because they are infused with divine backing. When you speak, healing can be released. When you pray, mountains can move. When you declare truth, deception collapses. This authority is not meant to be wielded for selfish ambition, but for service, for protection, and for alignment with the greater good. As this influence grows, emotional healing becomes inevitable, for light does not dwell in places still bound by unresolved pain. Old wounds rise to the surface, not to torment you, but to be healed once and for all, to be released into the hands of the divine. In these moments of stillness, tears, and silence, the miracle works quietly within you, dissolving bitterness, fear, and grief, and replacing them with peace, courage, and hope. Do not fear the silence, for it is in stillness that the deepest works are done, where the roots of your soul are watered and strengthened. You may notice that what once triggered you no longer has power, what once weighed you down is now lifted, and what once seemed unbearable now feels lighter because the miracle has shifted your emotional foundation. Timing is everything in this process, and Archangel Michael reminds you that every delay, every pause, and every moment that seemed like waiting was carefully aligned with your readiness. Miracles are never late. They arrive precisely when your spirit and circumstances are able to sustain them. The moments of déjà vu, the subtle flashes of familiarity, are signals of prophecy fulfillment, affirmations that you are walking in paths already written for you in the divine plan. They are glimpses of eternity breaking into time, encouraging you to trust the process. This sacred timing ensures that nothing is wasted, and everything contributes to the whole picture of your growth. As this timing unfolds, relationships shift once more, clearing away those that no longer serve and drawing near those who recognize your divine essence. Some will fall away quietly, others dramatically, but each departure is a sign that your soul is rising to frequencies they cannot endure. This is not loss, but liberation. At the same time, allies and companions step in, those sent not to drain but to support, not to criticize but to affirm, not to hold you back but to journey alongside you. You are no longer fighting battles alone, for heaven equips you with earthly partners who mirror divine encouragement. These alliances are gifts, and they should be nurtured with gratitude. Through it all, your energy itself transforms, vibrating at a level that attracts opportunities, blessings, and divine encounters. You become a magnet not because of force but because of the frequency of light you now embody. Every step forward brings clearer evidence that your miracle is alive and unfolding, that the divine orchestration is not only touching your present but is preparing your future. Archangel Michael concludes this portion by reminding you to stay faithful, to keep your heart open, to guard your blessings with wisdom, and to step boldly into the life that is now being revealed to you. For this is not an ordinary time, but a season of destiny, a chapter where heaven and earth converge, and where the miracle long prepared for you finally manifests in fullness. And now, beloved soul, as Archangel Michael's message reaches its completion, the final phase of your miracle's unfolding begins to reveal itself with clarity and certainty, reminding you that everything you have endured, every trial you have faced, and every silent prayer you have whispered has been woven into a tapestry of transformation and renewal that is now undeniable. This is the moment of final activation and continued growth, where the last remnants of heaviness are released and your spirit rises into a state of freedom you may never have known before. Water is emphasized as a sacred element in this phase, cleansing not only the body but also the mind and spirit, washing away any lingering doubts or fears, leaving behind only the purity of truth and the clarity of divine presence. This cleansing prepares you for a new season where your soul flourishes like a tree planted by living waters, strong, rooted, and nourished. The miracle is complete in its cycle, but growth is ongoing, requiring periods of stillness, reflection, and gratitude to ensure that the transformation remains steady and unshakable. In this silence, you are asked to guard the miracle as sacred stewardship, treating it not as something casual to be displayed for applause but as a holy treasure entrusted to your care. It is like holding gold in your hands, valuable not because others see it, but because it reflects eternal worth and divine intention. Guard it wisely, share it only where wisdom directs, and keep its memory preserved with reverence so that its power multiplies within you. Archangel Michael assures you that this stewardship does not confine you but empowers you, for by honoring the sacred, you invite even greater miracles to unfold in your future. Encouragement for faithful endurance continues to flow, reminding you that your patience has not been wasted, your waiting has not been empty, and your resilience has not gone unnoticed. You are the living evidence that waiting is not stagnation but preparation, that endurance is not weakness but strength refined through trials. Your quiet victories, your inner peace, and your ability to continue standing when storms raged around you are all proof of your readiness for what now comes. In this space of readiness, mindful reception of blessings becomes your daily practice. Every dream, every inspiration, every sudden thought that carries weight and light is to be written down, recorded, and treasured, for these are not mere coincidences but divine instructions and confirmations of your unfolding destiny. By capturing them, you honor the messages sent from the higher realms, and by reflecting on them, you deepen your understanding of the path laid before you. This mindfulness allows you to discern the difference between distractions and lessons, ensuring that you do not miss the hidden wisdom encoded in every blessing. Each blessing is not only a gift but also a teacher, shaping your perspective and strengthening your purpose. And finally, Archangel Michael's invitation to participate reminds you that the miracle is not a passive event, but a partnership between heaven and earth, between divine will and human choice. Your response is vital, whether spoken aloud in affirmation, whispered silently in prayer, or expressed through action and alignment. Words like Amen or declarations such as I receive it are powerful signals to the spiritual realm that you are ready, willing, and open to embody the fullness of what is being offered. This participation does not require grand gestures but sincerity of heart, for what is genuine resonates far more strongly than what is performed. Through this agreement, you step into your role not only as a receiver but as a co-creator of divine manifestation, actively shaping the reality of your miracle through your faith and willingness. In this holy moment, Archangel Michael assures you that you are chosen, you are protected, you are strengthened, and you are loved beyond measure. This chapter of your life is not merely a continuation of what was, but a rebirth into what always could be, a destiny long prepared for you and now unfolding with divine precision. The obstacles are removed, the barriers broken, the blessings revealed, the alignments secured, and the authority entrusted. You walk now not as one searching but as one who has found, not as one waiting but as one who is stepping into the reality of answered prayer. Carry this message with reverence, let it settle deeply in your heart, and know that it is not the end but the beginning of a greater unfolding yet to come. The miracle has begun, but miracles will continue, for once the gates of divine flow are opened, they do not close but remain channels of grace, power, and transformation. Walk forward with courage, live with humility, and shine with the light that has been placed within you, for you are not only blessed but a blessing, not only healed but a healer, not only transformed but a transformer of lives around you. And as you carry this sacred message into your daily journey, let it remind you of the timeless truth, that heaven is not far, but near, that angels are not distant, but present, and that Archangel Michael walks with you, guarding, guiding, and empowering you every step of the way. If this message has touched your spirit, if you feel the stirring of transformation within, and if you desire to continue walking deeper into divine wisdom, guidance, and the unfolding of miracles, I invite you to join a growing community of seekers and believers by subscribing to Archangel Inspire on YouTube. It is more than just a channel. It is a sanctuary where messages like this are shared to uplift, guide, and inspire your journey. By subscribing, you ensure that these sacred reminders and revelations continue to reach you at the right time, nurturing your path with clarity and hope. Let your spirit stay aligned, let your heart remain open, and allow the journey of inspiration to continue, because miracles are not a one-time event. They are a lifestyle of faith, alignment, and divine presence. Subscribe now to Archangel Inspire, and together let us keep walking in light, purpose, and the power of heaven's love.